Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Scottish Sim Guy here, and here we are on Kinlaig. So if you have watched my farm build, that was obviously the farm that I had built on that tour. So we decided let's do a let's play. So we're going to head off, and yeah, that's it. You just pull out in front of me, mate. Fantastic. Now, anybody know the reason why this was brought to my attention today and I hadn't noticed it because I thought it was all okay? But the writing on the signs, the further you are away from them, the better they are. You get close, it's just the writing's not loading right. Never noticed it when I done the actual little tour of the map when it first came out. And I hadn't really noticed at all the road signs being blurry until somebody had asked me was how did I get my road signs so clear, because theirs was blurry and they were playing on Xbox, a Series S I think, or an X, it was Series anyway, and with that I was like, oh I don't know, I just never noticed it before, and it wasn't until I loaded into the game here today to do this that I've noticed that all the signs are blurry. Haven't noticed that at all before, and I don't know if it's because I'm in the machine. When I got out and walked up to it earlier it was blurry, but then all of a sudden it went clear, so I don't know what's going on. There's obviously another patch needed. They've updated the game I think twice since it's came out already, so don't really know what's going on. I mean, all the other signs are fine. I think it more or less is just the road signs that are blurry, and that aren't okay. I think I noticed the bus stop one wasn't okay either, and the giveaway signs and stuff like that. So any road signs at all really aren't clear. But apart from that, everything else is pretty decent. It is an absolutely fantastic map. So I basically just decided I'm going to do a let's play series on the map. It's obviously I was going to be doing it. It was whether I was going to be doing it on my build or existing farm. I didn't know what to do, so we have obviously decided let's do it on the farm build. So that's what we're going to do. So we've only got two fields that are crops. One's canola and I think the other one is oats. I thought it was barley or wheat, but I think it is oats. So we're just heading out there, and obviously the way I want to progress this is the machinery's, dependent on if it could be, it is older machinery. I mean look, there's no detail in that at all, absolutely no detail. Even I think the combine started to go as the combine's going the exact same way. This is a problem that we had when Farming Simulator first came out, the 25 anyway. Console players were having this problem. And I don't know if it's the way Giants have done things, but that is just absolutely atrocious, and I have not noticed that until now. And it's that style of writing, whatever they've done for that is the exact same as this Massey Ferguson. Because look how blurry that's just got up when I've got up to, not as bad as it used to be when FS25 came out. It was absolutely terrible. And the only map it wasn't terrible on was Zonka, and the only reason I could think of was because it was a map it came from 22, and this is the only other map that Giants have obviously released that's brand new apart from Riverbend Springs and that Asian map with rice in it, which is terrible. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. 1 minute it is okay and 1 minute it's not, and that's a sign it is obviously not okay. So Giants, you've got some things to get sorted out, I think. So yeah, I don't know why that's happening at all, but yeah, so starting with an older Fergie combine, and obviously we will build up, so that was the plan. Going to start with older machinery, and build up, and obviously get larger tractors and equipment, and then obviously I think the way I've built the farm is if I'm going to get bigger tractors and equipment I'll need to then get another farm and build another farm. Just mainly down to the fact as the bigger equipment won't really fit round certain parts of my farm. It is quite tight, especially for this wee combine just to get round. So our two fields that we're going to combine are up here, so we'll head up and do one of them, get it started anyway. We'll probably go with the canola first, and then we can get the oats done, leave some straw, and then that allows us to have some bales, and we can get that baled, and then there's some grass to do as well, so we'll get some silage bales and that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll make a lot of silage bales, sell what I can. I've got just under 120 grand in the bank. With that, as we progress, more cattle, more sheep, and just expand. So right, this is entrance down into this field here, so we'll go and harvest this one first. So we'll open up these gates and we'll get ourselves sorted out. Best kind of just turning up this way, and then reverse that back into the corner there. Set it down there and I'll stick the header on, and then we'll get a start. And then obviously, as always, I'll not do the whole lot, being like this. I will stick it on a time lapse. So we're going to go get ourselves sorted out here. I'm going to set up the GPS, steering assist, 2 runs round, and I'll go for 3 I think, because it's only 6 metre header. And we'll see how much we get off of this. So start her up, lower her down, GPS activated, and away we go. So yeah, obviously this will help. I'll put some money in the pot for buying some cattle and stuff. But yeah, we'll just build ourselves up. I could have started the same way as I've started series before, and started off with all the head of cattle that I wanted, and sheep, and a decent machinery, and lots of dung and slurry sitting about us. But I just thought, you know what, let's a little bit different. I do Let's Plays before, and I usually start with everything that I need, whereas kind of started with smaller stuff, and, you know, 4 metre seeder, 4 metre cultivators and stuff. So it's given us a room to expand and get bigger as we get bigger fields, etc. It means, like, even this kind of field here, I don't know how many acres in this, with a small combine, it's not going to be done quick, but with a bigger combine it would be. So I just want to do something a bit different compared to what I usually do. You know, you kind of do get stuck in a kind of rut of doing the same things all the time. Obviously I do my farm builds, and even the farm builds, there's some, like, you get to a point sometimes where you're using the same buildings and things like that all the time, which, excuse me, even with that, I do tend to manage to make all my farm builds look, you know, nothing like each other. They're all done differently, but you do think you could kind of get stuck in that rut. So I wanted to, that's one of the reasons why I was like, we'll do the Let's Play series a little bit differently. It's why I was kind of contemplating maybe sticking, you know, starting off with just contracting to make money, and then work my way up and build a farm, etc. Just to make it that little bit different. But we decided to do it like this, and as I say, you can get a bit stagnant and stale with things, so keeping that a bit fresh and a bit different. I think it was Farmer Sim yesterday. If you've never seen his videos, go and check them out. Farmer Sim on YouTube. He is a great UK content creator, and one of the reasons why I've done certain things the way I've done on my channel, the videos are absolutely phenomenal. His intro and that as well made me really up my game and do the intro that I've got now, because I thought his intro was absolutely fantastic. And he's kind of just came out there, done a little video just saying like he's been doing it for 3 years now, and I think in the whole 3 years he's only really ever taken 2 weeks off, and that's when he was moving house and all his equipment was all packed up, and he's just found now that he feels his stuff's kind of getting a bit repetitive and the same thing, and he just needs to take a little break, a little sidestep for a week or two just to refresh and think things over and see how he wants to play things out, which is, absolutely fine, And I think what he was saying was kind of one of the guys that he'd kind of looked up to and seen as an influence in what he done was FSG, Farm Sim Guy. And it was kind of Farm Sim Guy had emailed him back after him getting emailed and saying quality over quantity, and I think sometimes we can get lost in that, whereas we just want to pump as many videos out as we can, and at times I want to do that. Sometimes family life doesn't let you do that, so you just kind of got to do what you can. So at times where I can pump videos out, I will, and I do like it. But sometimes, as you say, sometimes it's less is more, as you like, when it comes to it. So totally get the reasonings behind that, in all honesty, and why sometimes it's just better to try and make the best videos you can, maybe one a week, at most. But if you're pumping out, some guys are pumping out a video every single day, and it can get repetitive, and you can kind of see guys that their views, they do start to plummet after a while. No, obviously not the big guys, but I can go on and you look at some guy and go, oh my god, you've got 122,000 followers. That's absolutely amazing, or subscribers, sorry, that's absolutely amazing. But you look at the videos, and some of these videos you're lucky if he's got 100 views, and you're like, well, how's that? And actually some of the guys I've figured out is the majority of the reason why they've got a lot of subscribers, they pump out a lot of shorts, and the views on the shorts are absolutely amazing, and that's what's got them the subscribers. Content wise, when they're putting out videos, it's not that many. So I mean, I'm not in it for views, I'm not in it for subscribers, I'm just in it for the fact is I like producing videos, especially my farm builds, and then now just doing this and talking to you guys while I just play the game, and doing let's play series. But that's kind of one thing, sometimes I'll be going through a busy spell at work, etc., and I'm like, oh, not had a video out in like a week or two, and it's just sometimes that happens, but it means when I do produce a video I end up at, putting all into it, kind of thing. So it's just one of these things that happens. But yeah, we'll see. Going to really enjoy this map and getting this let's play series done. So really am looking forward to it, seeing how it goes. So going to get round this field quite a lot before I even need to think about bringing the trailer in. And I'm just hoping, because I obviously do have that running trailer, that this little combine can reach into it with this little auger. It should do right enough, but we'll see. So what are we averaging? 5.2 tonne to the hectare just now. 73 to 75% yield. Not too bad considering it's already ready to harvest as we come into the map, so we'll get that up a little bit. But it's never a high yielding crop anyway in the game. We're going to get high tonnage per hectare, just because of what it is. So we'll see. So we'll be able to just get the one trailer off. One trailer will probably get through this field, probably not even fill the trailer in all honesty, and then we'll get that dumped, and then we'll just nip across the road, and we'll get the oats done and leave the straw, and that'll get that done, without a doubt. So yeah, looking forward to it. I mean, this map is absolutely amazing. I've had a few blizzards round about it, just an aerial view, just looking about, and it's just, yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. So there's so many avenues I want to go down, and see how we get on, but it is absolutely fantastic. And that massive badge is still a bit blurry there. I don't know what's going on, whether we'll get something out next week that sorts that, a little patch of that. I'm going to report it anyway, just to let Giants know. No doubt they will know anyway, because I'm not seeing anybody else. I've seen one person commented on my video to say that that's what's happening with them, so I've not seen it anywhere else. So and that's only just happened to me, and sometimes it can be, I loaded myself out of the game and loaded back in, and it kind of did stop it. Don't know why it's meant to follow that line and not that. Done 3 rounds round the field, so it should be wanting to, there we go. I loaded myself out and back in, it kind of fixed that little bit, and then came up to those signs, and then it's kind of disappeared again. So not entirely sure what's going on, but that is a problem with the road signs, but everything else is fine. Need to actually check. I mean, I knew the Massey was bad when the game first came out. That Massey badge was unreadable at times. In the Western Combine, and the numbers kind of disappeared, but you can just see it there. The Massey just doesn't look right at all. But we'll see if it's the same in any other equipment. I doubt that it will. But it's obviously the road signs are just, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think we'll end up getting all the way around this field with 3 times by the looks of it. Well, maybe not quite all the way around, but I think we take 3 headlands off this field. There's not going to be much left of it, but yeah, we'll get it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 20% we're right down that side. We still got basically 2 sides to go. Just going to turn there. So I've still got, I think we'll make it all the way to the gate, maybe not. I'll see. Get up the top, if we can get along here and up the top, back up the top, then yeah, we might do 3 times all the way around, and that'll give us what, I think this holds like 9,000 litres, maybe. So yeah. We Combine's doing well. What we'll do is this year, for the 2 fields that we've not got anything else, and maybe do is next year. We'll see how we get on with it. The game will probably move fast in years compared to like equipment that I've got and the amount of cattle that I've got, and I'll rattle on and try and get through the years quite quick, not kind of dilly-dally and hang about. I'm kind of bad for wanting to try and video and show you everything that I'm doing, so not necessarily am I needing to do that. I mean, you look at other content creators, I mean, guys are 7 episodes in and they're on they're the 2nd year on the map, and I'm going, I can be 20 odd episodes in and not be through my first year. So yeah, it just depends, doesn't it, what your kind of style is and how you do things. But yeah, no, we're definitely going to get up to the end of this run here, so we're going to get the 3 times rounded out. I dare say that it will have done the GPS off of that straight side. So what I will actually do is take the Combine down there, and I'll just set it up ready to do this first run, and I'm going to go, we'll jump to the farm, we'll come along with the tractor, unload, and then I'll do the rest of the field on a time lapse. I think that'll be the plan, so I'm just going to stick that down there like that, and we'll switch it off, and we'll jump to a tractor. What tractor we're going to take? We'll bring a fast track. We'll bring a fast track. So we'll bring. So if you've not used this, guys, yet, you do really need this tractor on the 4-wheel steer to get round about tight yards, because the steering on it without it is quite bad. But on four-wheel steer, watch, because your back wheels hit the drawbar, and then that stops you from turning as sharp as what you think you can without it. So as one thing, like the turning around corners, you'll hit the drawbar sometimes. And then usually what I do is I stick it on just front wheel steer for going on the road. Just makes it easier. But we'll so, you know, that's me full lock, and I'm like needing the whole road to get out. But yeah, we'll head along to this field along here, and we'll get this canola, as the Americans call it, OSR everywhere else, like in the UK. So we'll get the rapeseed on. Even that bunning looks a little bit strange, doesn't it? Can't even read the underneath of it. Bunning what? That's how, yeah, there's something just needing sorted out on it. Agricultural engineers, that's what it says underneath it, but even at that it's blurry. So I don't know what's going on. I've not changed any settings or anything like that, and I need to look back through some of my video footage and look at road signs, because I don't know if it's been since the last update that it's went like that. Not entirely sure. So we will see. But yeah, we'll get this along. I just thought it's like, what 2 tractors to start with, and I kind of knew I wanted to start with the fast track because it's you know, with the DLC, and then obviously Ross End Mods has brought out the 3000 series there, and then so I was like, I used that in 22 a lot. I quite enjoyed it, so that might then be a tractor to jump up to. And then obviously you've got, that's going to come right out in front of me. It's one thing about the traffic on this map is they don't care, they just pull right out in front of you. So I mean, I know you get drivers like that in Scotland, but we're not all like that. So yeah, started off with that, and then I was like, would I use other tractor? And I actually went for a New Holland TM175 that was on Mod Hub. It's not that long out, and I had it on the map, but when you've got, it was so weird, like you had a weight block on the front and implement on the back, and if you wanted to go from the front to the back, you had to go like through 7 different things, because there was options for each mirror to move the mirrors, and there was an option for doors to move the door open. So you had to like all these different numbers up above the tractor, and I'm like, oh, this is a pain if I want to jump for putting my weight block off to stick my trailer off, etc. So I ended up just getting rid of it, and I brought in the MB track. Because I do quite like the MB track, and I've got big wide tyres on it, so that's going to be my main workhorse in the field, doing ploughing and cultivating and doing my seeding, just because it's got wider tyres. And I'd loved wider tyres on this, but that was as wide as I could get on it. And then this is going to be the road horse. This will do all the hauling and stuff like that. But we'll see how bad the turning circle is on it. It's quite bad. Right, so we're going to reverse back underneath the spout, and we're going to get that sat off in there. And then what we will do is we will get ourselves into the combine, and we'll get ourselves basically all sorted out to do the rest of the field on a time lapse for you. And then after that I'll basically catch you on the other side. So we'll see you in a little bit, guys.
Just one glass in, you're already on my mind. When it gets late, I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about me too tonight? It's no secret, all my friends already know. There's no reason to hold it back, I let it show. All my feelings, are you thinking about me too tonight? Your hands around my waist, just let the music play. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. Sweeter than summer wine, baby, just hold me tight. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. And that makes me say, oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Goddamn, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Paradise. I am taking a mental picture in my mind, just to keep this moment till the end of time. 'Cause I know that it might be over after tonight. So before I change my mind, your hands around my waist, just let the music play. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. Sweeter than summer wine, baby, just hold me tight. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. And that makes me say, oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Goddamn, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Paradise. It's bittersweet, give it to me. If it's only for tonight, it's bittersweet, give it to me. If it's only for tonight, it's bittersweet, give it to me. If it's only for tonight, it's bittersweet, give it to me. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Goddamn, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Paradise. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Goddamn, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Paradise. Oh, bittersweet, give it to me. If it's only for tonight, it's bittersweet, give it to me. If it's only for tonight, it's bittersweet, give it to me. If it's only for tonight, it's bittersweet, give it to me.
Right guys, that is the OSR All Harvest recorded, and there's only a tiny little bit in that trailer. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to bother going over and harvesting those oats just now. Actually what I'm going to do is put the header back on the trolley. I'm going to stick this combine over there next to the oats that we're going to harvest, and I'm not going to do it in this episode. I think I'll do it in the next episode. So I'm just going to get this out of the field, because what I'm going to go and do is take that trailer with a tiny little bit of OSR in it back to the farm, and I'm going to come along and I'm going to start ploughing this field. That's what the plan would be, is to start ploughing that, plough it, and then I'm not entirely sure what I might do, but I might even go and buy a 4-metre power harrow and just get it power harrowed behind me. Because this is something we used to do here in Scotland quite a lot, is we'd, if we're leaving a field and weren't going to be sowing it like right in at the back end of the plough or anything like that, we'd plough it. Sometimes we'd leave it sitting, and if we did, then we'd burst it up with the power harrow. But if sometimes as well, if we're going to leave it for a while, what we'd actually do is we would leave it power harrowed with a nicer finish, so when the seeder came in at the back of it, it basically just it broke up really nicely. So not that I'm going to plan it, probably do it in like within the next couple of episodes, but just something like you don't see a lot of people doing on here, and it's not that it really needs done, but just kind of a realism kind of thing. So I'm going to go and get, and so I say realism, and here's me going to be using a subsoiler as a plough, because it has you can plough with it, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in with MB track and just start ripping through, and get the field starting to get ploughed, and then I'll get the fast track set up with the AI worker, with a power harrow, and just start power harrowing it. So that might be the plan, just to see out the episode. Also, I don't want the episode going on too far, and I think we're at like nearly half an hour already of me talking, and plus there was a good bit of time lapse in there done. I'm really raging it at 686 litres is all I've had to come and get, or that would have been me for all that it was. And I think it was the trailer workout at 19.3, so yeah, it was a full trailer too. I didn't expect to get that much OSR off that field, but it produced more than what I thought for the small acreage of field that it was. So definitely, I think the kind of, as you get into the centre of the field, it was high 80s percent of yield. So it was yielding quite decent stuff throughout it, and in the middle of the field compared to the end rig. But that's always the case in real life. It's just nice to see a difference like that in there on the end rig as well, compared to the middle of the field, where you do get that kind of difference in fields. Sometimes you find the end rigs don't do as well, because you've got bits under trees and it's not getting the sun and getting shaded from the rain as well sometimes, so it's not getting to grow the same. But yeah, it was looking at it when we were working our way along, it started getting into the high 80s, so we've got a decent amount of OSR, so I can sit back at the farm and we'll get that sold at some point. So we'll just go along. Here we've got 2 buses here, just kind of get by each other, so they'll sit there until they get reset. This is the thing about the traffic on it, is they just go hell for leather. We've seen them pull out on front of me, so there's another bus going to come, and there's going to be a big traffic jam down there. Yeah. Yeah, so actually can't even remember who it was that I seen on YouTube, and I seen them using this MB track, the kind of setup that I'm going to have on it here. Weight block, with the wide load sign on the front of it, and then a big 4 metre kind of plough thing, and then kind of just ripping up the ground. So that's what we're going to do. So that's what I'm going to head back into the farm here and get this done. Oh, I forgot to put 4-wheel steer on, so I'm just going to head into the farm. I better put 4-wheel steer on, make it easier. There we go, because it is tight getting round here with this fast track without it, believe it or not. It is really, really tight, really tight at all. So yeah, we'll get this in here and tipped, and then you'll catch me heading along with the MB track guys, and we'll just start to get that ploughed over and see how the episode goes. Right guys, so got this subsoiler / plough here all up onto the MB track, and I'm going to head along, and I've got my front brake block on with my wide load sign. It's a variable width, so I've got it right out to 4 metres, so that it's kind of sticking out in front of the tractor kind of thing. So that's it, kind of there. Probably out wider than what it needs to be in all honesty, but probably bring that in a little bit. I don't catch anything on this side, but it's just because that's quite wide. Just have it on, but so bring in a little bit. There we go. So we're going to head out and use this. Never used this before. Usually I always use the Lizard 6 metre or an actual conventional plough, but decided to just try something a little bit different. Seen somebody use this, seen it working as a plough, so I thought I'm going to do the exact same thing with the MB track and a big wide tyres on. It does look a good sight, so we'll get it into field and get it tried out and see how it goes and get a good few passes done. Get it a wee bit ahead of what would be the fast track and power harrow. I have purchased a power harrow 4 metre one. It's sitting in the shop, just all on the fast track, ready to rock and roll. So we'll go along and make a start with this tractor, and then get an AI worker in on the fast track, just to come in behind me in power harrow and work our way through the field, and we'll take it from there. And once we get the end rigs done, the headlands done, the up and downs, the straights, we'll get the headlands done, and I'll stop, because they'll want to go ahead of me. I'll start in a completely different place down the headlands. So yeah, get pulled up here and going ready to start. See if it does the job. I'll watch this. I'll put it in the ground and it won't turn it. It'll just cultivate it. It won't plough it, and I'll be snickered and we're back to square one. It's not me. I should have trialled it out first. I'm pretty sure this is the one I seen somebody use, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go and give that a wee bash and see what it's like. Because it did look good. It looked really cool on. But I mean, just playing on PCs, shaders and all that were all that was sort of phenomenal. It just looked absolutely amazing. So yeah, we'll give it a bash. So I'm going to head down here, get turned along here, and I'm going to get set up on the straight here. Bring up the GPS, steering assist, and we'll work off that straight edge. We'll go to one headland, and we'll, yeah, that'll do, and we'll basically hit OK, and we'll get lined up there, that lined up, so I'm just going to reverse back a little bit, drop that in the ground. No, what am I dropping? There we go, drop that in the ground, hit cruise control. Oh, there we go, so it does, yeah, it does pull it. It's going to struggle with this, isn't it? It's 150 horsepower, it should be good for that. Yeah, once it gets up the gears. There we go, we're moving now. We're cutting the gas now, that's better. Yeah, that is beefy. It's looking good. We'll walk away and get the field done, like that. It's going to do my OCD no use because I'm trying to, it's a straight line with GPS, but it's not exactly a straight line going with the where the ploughing's going. Oh, get to the end here, lift up, turn round. And the MB track doesn't have the best turner circle as it is, but it's got a far better one in the fast track, that's for sure. So we'll get in here, get ourselves lined up, drop it, and we'll go again. Go. It does look kind of cool that. It's doing the job. And the thing is as well, it looks only 4 metres. But my plough's 2.5 to 3 metres, so you're gaining a metre every pass, so once you get yourself over the field it kind of does make a big difference. So yeah, usually, as I say, I've usually only use a 6 metre lizard one, or the 9 metre one, but there's just something about this that's a little bit different, as I say. What I'm trying to do on this series is just do something a little bit different. So yeah. There. I'm down a bit. I'll do another pass up and another pass down. And then I'll go and get the I could just set the that's what I'll do maybe, is I'll set, no, I'll do this and I was going to say I'll set this up as a AI worker and but I'll just get 4 passes done and just sit and wait, and I'll go and get the fast track and bring it up and set the AI worker up on that, and then we'll just work our way across the field. Hopefully it doesn't catch me. I'm 4 passes ahead of him to start with, so we should be okay. Nice rip and roar off the MB track. Did come close to actually driving one of these a long time ago. I've never driven one. Came really close to having one of these to drive. I think when I was 16. Farm that I worked on. Kind of guy, the farm manager at that point. He'd came from up in Nairn and worked in farms in Nairn, and one of the guys that he used to work for was selling an MB track. I think it was a 1300. And it was up for sale in a dispersal sale, so he didn't get it right enough. But yeah, I'd always like, he told me about it, so I'm going to go and try and buy it. I was looking forward to it. Like, he'll definitely get that because he's a tractor, he's driven it, it's his old tractor, but I just get priced out. It went for a wee bit too much money than what he was willing to pay for it. But yeah, that was the closest I came. I think that would have been about 130 horsepower if it was a 1300. I was thinking what 1500 is 150. So yeah, I was going to just get used on a little farm that I worked on back then. I think we only had about 50 head of cattle and 400-500 ewes. And at that point the main tractor was a 390. So yeah, not big horsepower back then. Especially on a small farm like that. But yeah, we'll get to the end here. And I'll pick that up. And I'm going to just sit it in the run ready to do the next run. And I'm just going to jump down onto fast track and bring the fast track up. And we'll get that set up, and we'll continue on. So I will be back with you in a bit, guys. So there we go, got the AI worker going in the fast track, power harrowing away there, and then I'm in the plough just plodding on. So yeah, I kind of like that, doing this. This is the one reason I really like GPS and with the AI worker and being able to do it now is it just makes things like this a little bit easier. And then as well, if you want to have them same implement, you can have them missing each second row. So you fill in that row, they skip everyone, you skip yours. So you're doing one row missing one and you're doing that as well. So it does make a big difference. The only thing is when we get to the end here, we're going to have a wee collision. So no, it's I do like it, especially like it's, you know, I've not done it a lot and done it like on my Let's Plays yet, but I've done it off screen where I will basically, where's this guy going? Where is he going? Right, mate, you're I don't know where on earth you're going here. This is the thing, AI is meant to be absolutely fantastic. What is that person doing? Like, you're going up and down, why are you even doing that? You're going up and down the field, you just came up the field, and now, if this is the case and it's not going to do it, then it'll be getting kiboshed. But yeah, honestly, it's not a hard job. Go up and down. Why the field they need to go away up there when there's the lines there? So why? And then now that I do this, watch, they won't go down that run, they'll want to miss another one or vice versa. Let's see how this person goes. Right, reversing back, there we go, we're getting a bit better now. Sometimes they just need their hand held, they really do. But yeah, just sometimes it's nice to do this. So we both had, like I say, the same cultivator or something like that, you could both come in and cultivate the field. And any time I have done it, it's worked okay, but then when you get a worker that does that and decides it's going away in a mind of its own and doing what it wants, then it kind of does make it a little bit hard. Obviously my forward speed's a little bit more than them with the power harrow, but so I should get out in front. But I'll probably not even like do much of this field or show you doing much of it, because I think we're on 50 minutes so far, and that's without even the time lapse of combining. Or 40 minutes I think maybe actually. So we're probably sitting at 50 minutes or over 50 minutes. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this, just talking away, and not do any on a time lapse. And we'll just call it a day in a little bit, and I'll get the rest of it done off screen, and we'll come back to it. So let's see what they're going to do now. Are you going to head up on a stupid line again? Or are you actually fully going to turn? Right, what you don't need to actually properly turn, you're going to reverse. Where are you going? No, why do you want to do that? It's just, where are you going? Yeah, I'm just getting rid of that altogether. That was like absolute useless. So you can just sit down there out the way. Yeah, I don't get that at all. How can you come from going a straight line to then your second line just want to go absolutely anywhere you want? It's especially when you've got it set on up and down start with, not skipping any lines. It's yeah. Right, back to doing some runs up down, and then we'll come back to power harrowing in a different episode, I think, and I'll do that myself, because obviously the AI worker cannot be trusted. So the AI worker cannot be trusted, so I'll do another couple of runs, guys, and then I'll basically call it for that as the episode. We've ran on at a decent time so far, so don't want this episode to be too long and me rambling on and talking absolute nonsense, but it is what it is. These guys seem to enjoy it, in all honesty. I just like talking to myself. So yeah, I'll do another rundown because I don't want it to be too long. But yeah, hopefully by the time you come back into the next episode, this is all done and loud anyway, and we'll get on with something else. And maybe start power harrowing, and then with that we'll then go and combine that boat's field, and we'll do it like that. So we'll just head along one last run. But I want to thank you all for just kind of giving us a thanks and well done, and well deserved for getting the Giants partner thing. Does mean a lot to me. As I said previously, it's all down to you guys for subscribing and watching my videos and things like that. Make me kind of push harder and get that content out, and a big thanks to the Giants for allowing me to be in the partner programme. Yeah, it's the channel's kind of hopefully going somewhere. Not that it wasn't started out to go anywhere, but I'm enjoying it. We're getting there, we're getting more subscribers, so it is. I'm really enjoying it. So big thanks to all you guys for taking the time to comment and like, subscribe. It does make a big difference, and all you guys that are joining me in Discord, I've seen I've got a lot of new followers on the Discord over the last couple of days, and especially even just today since that farm building Kinlaig dropped, so it is making a big difference. So if you've got doing farm builds yourselves, show me on note there, guys. I do like to see other guys farm builds, but apart from that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.